Well, hey there, crypto friends. Thanks again for joining me. Today we have a special interview and guest on the channel. Please help me welcome Mr. Jason Bitbender Brink. What's going on, man?
Hey, man. Thanks for having me. Not a whole heck of a lot, or really.
No,
actually,
no, that's not true. It's not true.
There's so much going on.
True.
It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Yeah, there's so much going on. So much going on. Wonderful to be here and to chat with you. I've followed you for quite some time and always like the coverage that you give in the metaverse, and you and the rest of your partners, friends, buddies who also make things. I appreciate people who make things and talk about things.
Yeah, that's what I do. I make things and I talk about things. I do both. Creating NFTs, talking about NFTs, playing the games. I haven't gotten creating the games yet, but we'll get there.
Maybe we can find a way to work something out. Do something there.
Yeah, I like that. So yeah, man. Actually, this is something I've been wanting to make this connection for a long time. And one of the things is like I haven't been like full time in crypto, and I'm just now getting there. As my other businesses I've been kind of rolling it to be more passive, right? And
yeah, they're really boring, aren't they? Like not, yeah.
If it's not at this point, like honestly, with so much going on in crypto gaming and NFTs, I don't want to be anywhere else. And so that transition is, it's like it's looming over my head. I'm like, I gotta get rid of it. I want to be 100% here. So being able to be here on the stream with you, I think is really great, and finally connecting. And having this interview. So thank you so much.
Absolutely delighted to be here. Happy to answer whatever interesting questions you may have. I'll do my best. You know how it is.
All right, well, let's just jump in it, man. Why don't you just give us the quick, rundown of yourself and how you got to here with Gala Games and what the vision was,
Sure. So I'm Jason Bitbender Brink. I'm the president of blockchain at Gala Games. I've been in the blockchain space since like 2013, 2014. Originally kind of made my debut in this space publicly with a paper that I wrote for the Global Development Network and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation about how to use blockchain as a way to fix the problems that are endemic to foreign aid. Mm-hmm. Which is a gigantic mouthful to say, use blockchain, stop corruption. Which is a big problem. It's something that's really important to me because I believe that blockchain has the ability to really transform entire economies in the world, not in sort of like rainbows and unicorns sense, but as a serious tech component, it has the ability to change just about everything in some way, shape, or form. And so I've always been very interested in its disruptive nature, which is why I was kind of looking into that, and also why I'm here doing this in gaming, because I think that gaming and specifically play to earn models are very much the future of gaming. User owned assets. These are very, very critical components, and they should be sort of your basic gamer rights. Like if you're a gamer and you spend money on stuff, you should own your stuff. That seems like there shouldn't be discussion around this.
It's like obvious. A no-brainer, man. Right. I mean, you'd think they would have came up with this before even crypto existed, but no, man, they've been hosing us for decades.
Yeah, for a long time, right? And it's crazy, and all of us were just like, okay, I guess I don't own this now. That's fine.
Yeah.
And once you have used your first in-game asset, or traded your first in-game asset, or sent it to a friend and realized, nobody can stop me from doing this. This is pretty cool. You never want to go back.
No, I mean, right there with you on that one.
Yeah, that's what's really important to us at Gala Games, and it's what we work absolutely nonstop, around the clock. All of us on the team to advance that mission.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. And when you talk about pre NFT gaming or blockchain gaming, it's embarrassing, Jason. It's embarrassing the amount of money that I have spent on in-game. I was like thinking about, like I know you think about it and have done it too.
Dude, if I bring up Steam right now and I just look at the number of games that I have purchased I have 329 games in my Steam inventory.
Backlog.
And I've played like 25 of them.
Right.
Like let's be real here. Most of this is like a, Steam sale. I'll buy all the things. But yeah, I can't trade those. I can't do anything with them. If I win an achievement, yay, good for me. It doesn't matter. We want to change that. That's what we're working on doing.
Yeah, and then the skins thing too. I mean, just outside of how many games maybe you've purchased, I've purchased tons of games, but then you look at the ones that are like MMOs in particular, where it's big. I've spent thousands of dollars on skins and items and things to decorate my house and all that jazz. And I'm like, and then I'm after playing the game for a year or two or something, I'm like, I love this game. Oh, well, now I found this new game. Right? I can't do jack shit with them.
Can't do anything. It's just sunk money. It's just, that's one of the things that really bothers most of the people in our company. I mean, a lot of the executive level in the company. I mean, we were founded by Eric Schiermeier. He's our CEO, and he was one of the co-founders of Zynga. Mm-hmm. And John Oswald is our president of games, former head of mobile product at EA. Both of them are absolute giants in the free-to-play, like, mobile gaming space. And it's all about that, like, how can we sell things to people and then sell them more things and then sell them more things without actually, they never get anything.
Yeah, that's the model.
And that's something that nobody likes. And so that's why we're all working so hard to change that.
Yeah. And I think you guys are doing a great job, over at Gala Games. In particular, you guys as a company outside of the games and things you've already done, you're incredibly supportive of the entire industry. And that's something that I've always credited you guys with, supporting things like Digicon and other product things like that. I mean, that kind of level of support of the community, I think, is one of the things we desperately need amongst, developers and crypto companies in general. And you guys are really the shining example of that to me,
We really try, man, and I appreciate that you noticed that. I mean, Digicon is one of those events that is, to be completely honest, hands down one of my favorite little blockchain events that there is to go to.
It's cool. I go to every one.
Yeah, so well put together, so well run. I've been to other events that are just these sad, awful things that happen just like on YouTube, and there's no interactivity, there's no anything, and Digicon does a great job of fixing that. And the Division event right now that's going on for BSC's 1-year anniversary is really awesome in that regard as well.
Yeah. So you guys have definitely been, in the community, and I love it. Now, outside of that community engagement, obviously the focus of Gala is producing this gaming ecosystem, and you've already been working on that. I mean, Town Star is the first offering, and that's the game everyone can play right now. It's the one you guys put out first, and straight up farming game. Everyone I think is kind of familiar with that, play to earn. And you guys have competitions and ranking in the top. You actually earn some pretty good rewards. Now it's not easy obviously to rank in the top.
No,
but
it is not. I have tried, and I get my ass handed to me in the first day. Like, there's no way that I can keep up with these people. They have spreadsheets, man. You know that you're in trouble when you're going up against somebody who plays a game and there's spreadsheets involved.
Yeah, I know, they have everything listed out. You're like, there's like, dang it.
Yeah, I know. I need to have a fountain right here. This is where the fountain's going to go, and it's going to do. And they simulate it out. It's crazy to watch.
Yeah, and so I mean, outside of Town Star, which is I feel like has been quite a hit. You guys have a lot of people playing that game. You guys also have other games in development. Mirandus is the other big one that's coming from you guys, like in-house. And then there's a couple other ones that are sitting in the wings here. And it looks like they're essentially going to be developed by other companies, right? So we got the Spider Tank project, which I covered, the launch of that, or when that first kind of launched out, and that's by Game Media, right? And then Echoes of Empire also looks like it's going to be coming here. And then Fortified, is both those are kind of like these are all in development status or pending status. So maybe talk a little bit about these and like what are we going to see first? Is it going to be Mirandus? Is it Spider Tank? I mean, what's
the first, not to give too much away.
No, give it all away. Give it away. Give it away now.
All away. Just give it away now. Yeah. Okay. Let me see what I can do. Wonderful Peppers reference there. Anyway, the first one that I think that you're probably going to be seeing is a lot from Spider Tanks. You're going to be seeing some things very, very soon from Spider Tanks. So keep on the lookout for that. Echoes of Empire, there's going to be some really cool stuff coming out by the end of the year that you're definitely going to be able to see. There's some stuff that we haven't talked about yet. that you're
feel
going
free.
to be able to see.
Feel free right now.
There's going to be a really, really, really awesome, one of the most, hands down, most beautiful FPSs I've ever seen. That is going to be coming to the ecosystem here shortly. That people will be able to see. FPS, it's gorgeous. And that is something that I don't want to quite call it an alpha leak, but it's some of the people in gold have seen some screenshots every once in a while, but it's really, really nice. Then Mirandus is moving forward. That's going quite well. It's also massive, like unspeakably huge. So there's going to be further play tests. People are going to be able to jump in and do stuff, and there's always progress being made on that constantly. That's probably going to take longer than I want it to take, because I want it to be done now so I can play. I can just quit doing this work thing and play video games. It's like one of the good and bad things about working for a game development company is that to a certain extent you're like, can we just be done with the game so I can play the game now? Because you get to have some input on how things go, and
right. Yeah.
I can't wait for that game to come out.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot coming.
Wow. So when do we get some juicy details on this FPS? I mean, do you guys have a date where you're going to drop some stuff publicly?
Yes, there's definitely.
See? Or do I have to pull out from some gold members?
Well, I mean, you could join Gala Gold, and there's some pictures in the gold sneak peeks thing in there. But yeah, it's there's going to be some interesting information coming soon on that.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. And just so people who maybe are not necessarily familiar with how Gala kind of works, is that they have you guys have decentralized nodes that are essentially running these game servers for these games. So maybe you could just quickly recap that so people know.
Sure.
Because we were kind of talking a little bit about it and like mentioning some things, and this is kind of how you get early access to a lot of these things.
Yeah. So basically, as a Gala Games node operator, okay, you help support the entire ecosystem. You do this in multiple ways. Sometimes it's running distributed workloads, if there's certain things that need to be pushed to the nodes. The most important and immediate thing is that you join in governance, and you're able to weigh in and say like, oh, I like this game, or I don't like this game, or whatnot, before a game comes to the network. And the nodes themselves are basically what is responsible for minting all of the Gala and tokens that go onto the network. And in exchange for that, they receive a percentage of all of this. So the Gala Games node ecosystem gets a chunk of the daily distribution of Gala. They get NFTs whenever NFTs are dropped to the ecosystem. And typically with each game, there's usually something that goes out, to all of the nodes. In some way, shape, or form, be it a skin or an NFT, something like that. So yeah, that's basically how the node ecosystem works. There's a couple different tiers of nodes. There's the founders nodes, which are currently still on sale. There's, I want to say, like 20,000 of them left. And there's only going to be 50,000 of those, and when they're done, they're gone. There will never be any more. And then there will also be game-specific nodes that will allow you to focus on, one game. So supporting whatever the workload for that specific game is, and then receiving NFTs and the in-game currency for that specific game.
Very cool. Yeah, that's something that I wasn't aware of that was coming, where you guys are going to have it for each specific game. Do you have that out for Town Star right now, or is that something that's going to happen?
It's not yet rolled out yet, but definitely it will be. And the thinking for the Town Star one is that it will allow a degree of persistence in game. This is the idea. This could change. Allow a degree of persistence so that you don't necessarily have to have it open in your browser at all times.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's interesting. All right. Very cool, man. Yeah, and so that's one of the things that I think a lot of people, are not necessarily familiar with. I think that they know probably Town Star, they've heard of Mirandus, but don't really necessarily know how the Gala ecosystem works. And I love the setup that you guys have for this, because it makes total sense when it comes down to running a game studio essentially, and having a network of games. that you're going to be supporting and putting out. And then, you know, when we talk about a token having actual governance, most of these damn tokens they throw out there, man, they're like, oh, hey, it's a governance token, but there's nothing you're actually ever governing
anything. Yeah.
But you guys actually have that, and like being able to make a decision on a game like you know, that's coming up, like Echoes of Empire, right? I mean, that's something that you're like, well, hey, you know, the nodes have to be able to vote on something like this and say, yes, we want this game, or no, you know, I think it's too ambitious, and you know, that's kind of left up to them, not you guys. So I think that's interesting. Yeah,
I mean, it's important to us because, you know, it's very easy to. It's very easy to kind of get enamored with your own ideas. You know, if you think something's super cool, like obviously everyone else is going to think it's super cool because I think it's cool and I'm right. You know,
right.
It's very easy to kind of get into that mental space, which is a terrible place to be in. So the node network, and as we go forward into total decentralization, it's going to be even more important. That node network serves as a vital check to, you know, make sure that everybody, you know, everyone has a voice in the ecosystem. If you're running a node, you have a voice.
Yeah,
and we believe that that's important.
No, I'm right there with you. So before we wrap up here, is there anything that you want to kind of leave us with? Any kind of, you know, special, you know, insider nuggets that maybe you want to drop here before we go, or anything you want to say before we part ways and forever friends?
Well, I would say one of the things that people have been commenting on is they want to hear a little bit more about Vox. Okay. Vox, as you guys probably know, is our generative NFT project. The 8,888 of them we dropped, you know, earlier last month, and people are like, well, what do they do? What do they do? Pay very close attention to Vox and to everything going on around it. I think that there's going to be some developments that you will find very stimulating and interesting.
There you go, guys. Yeah, don't sleep on that. When it comes to, you know, projects that Gala's putting out, everything has been top quality. And so, you know, I feel like sometimes you guys move in silence and violence there, and you know, keeping things.
We are very quiet about stuff.
Keeping it tight knit, and then it's like boom, you're like, oh damn. You know?
Yeah, and that's. I mean, one of the things that I both love and hate about us is that we do, you know. People like to use like the iceberg analogy, right? You only see a little tiny bit of the iceberg. There's so much more going on below the surface that people just simply don't have any idea about, and we can't tell them until it happens. We're very careful about making sure that we stay in compliance with all of these different things, and you know, it's kind of whatever the rest of the blockchain space does, we sort of do the opposite thing. You know, people are very, very, very quick to be like, oh, look, here's our roadmap with impossible targets that we're never going to hit. And, you know, here's all of these things, and it's all ridiculous. And we don't do that. We just build amazing things. So stay tuned.
There you go, man. Make sure you guys check out Vox. Their little characters, grab them on the marketplace, and you know, some of the great things that are coming up soon. Spider Tank, this new FPS, and you know, all the other good stuff. Mirandus, hopefully next year sometime early, and you know, stay on top of Gala Games, because they always drop that fire, guys. They always drop that fire.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, well, that's all we have for today, folks. Until next time, stash that crypto, friends.